seen it with my own eyes. I would get it otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of free is untangible technically. It's something you got to believe in. Connect the cause and the fact, one foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone in the fear of the unknown. Somehow this doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on to a place.
The Utah Jazz have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend the home court at the Energy Solutions Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. The Mavericks are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Mavericks, Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low. Williams dishes to McGee. Misses from close range. On defense, Dallas. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever. Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Offensive rebound. Burks the pass to Favors. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
Now here's Matthews. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Out to Hayward. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Hayward's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Williams kicks to Matthews. Feeds it to McGee. And the shot is long.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Williams attacking. Nowitzki for 3. And he gets it to go. Nowitzki's got 5 now.
Boy, you got to love that assist by Darren Williams.
Favors dishes to Gobert. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Nowitzki a screen. Williams passes to Parsons. He feeds it to Matthews. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Minnesota. Burks' shot is good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And Williams, here we go. And Parsons slams it in.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Here's Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Wesley Matthews on the wing. It's Williams with the drive. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. And stolen by Favors.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time. That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And it's Burks slamming it down.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
2 years ago, Utah drafted Trey Burke to be their point guard of the future. Then last year, they drafted Dante Exum. It set up quite a competition between those two.
Dante Exum, he's checked in for Trey Burke. Burks with the steal. Jumps up. Oh. And he bangs it home with one hand. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Getting back to the Burke-Exum rivalry last year, both young men showed some tremendous promise, yet both shot, just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Evans. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And guys, over the last 2 seasons, Devin Harris has been a backup point guard, but one could argue that he's outperformed the guys that are directly ahead of him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. I mean, Harris came back to the team that he started his career with to be a support player, but injuries, trades, and generally poor fits elevated Harris's importance to the team.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Hood subbed in for Alec Burks. That's good.
You know, getting back to Devin Harris, he can really help you. But you want to do one thing, limit his minutes. 11 full seasons under his belt. Slender in build. It's best to play him around half the game if you can.
You know, talking about the veteran Harris, his quickness was still apparent last season, and his skill set was a good fit for Coach Carlisle's flow offense. I mean, this guy's been around a long time, and there are very few that are quicker than him with the ball.
And for Wallace last season, his main contribution was made on the sideline and in the locker room. A mentor and a spiritual leader for the Celtics. He rarely saw floor time. But his presence was felt by the young players looking for guidance, getting it from the aggressor we used to call Crash.
Barea dishes to Evans. And there's the pass to D'Alembert. There's the feed to Barea. Just 5 on the clock. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Mavericks trail by 10. He dishes it to Evans. Harris outside. To the paint. And Evans gets it to go on the assist by D'Alembert. Evans has got his second basket of the game. Greg, when you think about Wallace's career, you think about the reckless style of play that led to his success, but also Clark often to the injuries.
Yeah, you know, I think the toughness Wallace is imbuing in the younger players is a positive as long as it's balanced with control and discipline. That's the key.
Exum kicks to Booker. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Harris passes to Dallenberg. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Here's Exum to the wing right side. And the basket by Ingles.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Berea dishes to Dallenberg. Poked away. Stolen by Exum. Here's Ingles. Off target from outside. And it's Harris off the drive. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Bynum. Misses from close range. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Jazz out in front. They're up by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Utah?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Wallace is out there with Jeremy Evans. Then it's Dallenberg. Then it's Devin Harris. And it's Berea in at the point guard. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
On the wing, Williams. Burke covering. And he gets it to go. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Matthews again missing. The shot by Hayward wide open. Offline with his 3.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Williams. Nowitzki kicks to Matthews. And stolen by Favors. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Burks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside Williams. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Burke kicks to Hayward. To the inside. Favors passes to Burks. dishes it to Favors. Clock at 6. Here's Burke. Back to Favors.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Well, clearly, guys, Trey Burke is a guy who is talent, drafted number 9 overall 2013, grew up in Columbus, Ohio, went to the University of Michigan. But so far, you know, Greg, in the NBA, he's been a bit of a tweener.
And that's a great point. And part of the issue is, you know, he was a scoring guard in a point guard's body. And one thing that happened...
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what,
Agreed.
guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Hayward goes in and stolen by Parsons. Reverses. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Matthews. Matthews has got his second basket of the night. Burke dishes to Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. And it's 6 points for Derek Favors.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Williams passes to Nowitzki. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. 4 on the shot clock. Free throw line jump shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Nowitzki's got his third basket of the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Mavericks trail by 9. Parsons dishes to Matthews. Nowitzki again. Gobert. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Hayward goes in. There's the dish to Favors. Here's Burke. Carries it from three-point range. Burke's got 5 now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Mavericks trail by 10. There's the screen. Barea kicks to Evans. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Evans has got 6 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Utah calls timeout.
You know, obviously, you know, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Here's Exum, and he uses the glass on the layup. Exum's got his second basket.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Harris passes to Barea. Back to Harris. Screen by Dallenberg. Harris dishes to Evans. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here's Hood. Pass to Booker. Here's Ingles. They get the rebound. Mavericks trail by 8. Harris with it. Now defended by Exum. Harris outside. Passes it to Evans. Kicks to Exum. Looks for Bynum. Gets it to him. Utah the rebound. Pass to Hood. Hits it from three-point range. And the Jazz lead by 11.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Bynum with the steal. And now Utah, fast break. Pull-up jumper. That one off the back iron and out. Here we go, one-on-one. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Barea. He's guarded closely. Here's Evans. Here's Wallace. Second chance shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. And the second free throw, good. Exum with it. Here's Hood. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That'll do it for the first half. Jazz lead by 10. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
All right, fans.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Looking at the game for Hayward, he's got 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
The forwards are Hayward and Favors. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
And that one goes out of bounds, last touched by Matthews. Here's Hayward, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Hayward's got 13 points.
And guys, for Darren Williams last season, all those injuries finally affected his shooting. 39% from the field last year, the second lowest mark of his career, and he just couldn't create space or elevate to get the clean looks he had grown accustomed to.
And the rejection by Favors. Here's Burks. Here's Hayward. Again, the miss by Hayward.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
From 15 feet away, jump shot is good. And now a 9-point Jazz lead.
And, you know, talking about Darren Williams, last year wasn't all bad. I mean, nearly 7 assists a game, 3.5 rebounds, a steal. Not the stocking stuffer he used to be, but he still battled and still contributed.
Just 5 to shoot. And here's Matthews for the 3. But they'll get another chance. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
We've seen Nowitzki playing a good game here. 12 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him. And how about last year? Dirk Nowitzki jumping to 7th all-time in scoring. I mean, passing the great Moses Malone for that spot, and he surely will keep climbing this season.
Here's Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Williams. And the rejection by Favors. Here's Burks. Oh, that's blocked. Gobert the pass to Burks. Goes up again. And that one comes up a bit short.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot. Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Burke. Back to Favors. And he dunks it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
He feeds it to Hayward. Some solid D from Nowitzki.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now just a 5-point Jazz lead.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Burks. The shot no good. Good D by Matthews.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Burks. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here, only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Now here's Williams. Burke covering. The kick out to Matthews. McGee dishes to Williams. There's the screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Williams has got 6.
And all of a sudden, the shots now falling in bunches. The complexion of this game has completely changed.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that could have brought him back in this game. Everything had to start dropping. And boy, have they gotten on a roll.
And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark, last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Williams. Shot from 16. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Dirk Nowitzki.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentage. His shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Williams attacking. Here's Nowitzki. Burke knocks it away. Gobert can't hit.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Parsons' shot is off.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
Utah calls timeout.
And Chandler Parsons, changing teams last season, saw a little bit of a regression. Down in points, rebounds, and assists. But more troubling, down in field goal and free throw percentage. So you can tell that that transition to a new team, new system, new role definitely had an impact.
1:04 left to play here in the third. Here's Exum. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim. Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Shooting for Utah.
And, you know, guys, Dante Exum is such a fluid, versatile athlete, really shows great promise, has tremendous size and length for a point guard, can also play the two. His rookie season last year, though, a mixed bag.
And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Evans. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
6 to shoot. Over to the wing. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Welcome, fans, to the FIBA qualifying round.
7 seconds left in the third.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the second free throw, good. Utah with the ball. Here's Ingles. No good on that last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Jed. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Utah leading by 3 on the court for the Mavericks. We've got Wallace. Gallenberg's out there with Jeremy Evans. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Harris in the shooting guard.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Utah's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Utah calls timeout.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Burks' shot is good.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
And the shot is good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
You know, there are those who wonder if Gordon Hayward can lead a team to the promised land. However, as just a sophomore, he led a non-powerhouse college to a championship game. So, in fact, they were just one basket away from winning it all.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his third foul of the game. Williams passes to Nowitzki. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Going back to Hayward, he took that buzzer-beating half-court shot, Clark, that would have won his school the championship. You actually called that game, and it did hit the backboard and rim, but unfortunately did not go in.
Well, Hayward's the kind of guy who's willing to put his team on his back and try to carry him. He's willing to take that responsibility on. Whether he can deliver at the highest level, time will tell.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Burke kicks to Favors. Feeds to Hayward. And he gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Williams, here we go. Rebounded by the Jazz. Burks got his third rebound on the night.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
The pass to Nowitzki. Parsons on the wing. From outside the arc. And it's Utah's ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Now, here's Burks. He's covered by Matthews. For 3, Hayward.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
McGee dishes to Parsons. Nowitzki kicks to McGee. Second shot opportunity. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Burks. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Jazz lead by 15. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Here's Burke. He kicks it to Gobert. Here's Hayward. 17-foot shot on the way. Parsons with some nice D. Now here's Matthews. Burke's covering, but he gets it back. Matthews passes to Williams. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Burke dishes to Gobert. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
No good on that one.
Shooting for Utah, Rudy Gobert. Taking 2 shots.
Utah calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And he's good on the second.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Fade away. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Nowitzki.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
And that one's good. And that's now 7 points for Rudy Gobert.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here's Nowitzki. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz leading by 12. Here's Burks. He's scorching hot. Burks has got 8 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The feed to Nowitzki. And stolen by Favors. Ball going up court. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it is done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
And for JaVale McGee, what was once such a promising career is now, Clark, I think, kind of at a crossroads.
Yeah, you know what? He is capable of being a major rim protector and rebounder, but I think teams are getting a little bit impatient with him because he's just not mature to the point that you would have expected.
Stolen by McGee. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Burke kicks to Favors. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
That's his second personal foul.
And for McGee, it looked like he had taken a positive step last year when it was announced he would sign with Boston. The front office even came out and sang his praises. Then negotiations fell apart, and McGee didn't play again for the rest of the season. Another in a long line of disappointments over his career.
All alone. And Utah again with the bucket. Mavericks trailed by 14. .119 left here in the fourth quarter. It's Williams with the drive. The three from Matthews. The rebound by the Jazz.
You know, regarding McGee, he spent most of his career eyeing the money. He forced his way out of Washington partly because of it. Didn't sign with the Celtics because he wanted to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. He has to show that he can still play if he wants somebody to really pay.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Jazz.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Mavericks.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Derek Favors. And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark, a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.